Well, good morning, beautiful. Fancy seeing you here. As it stands right now, as I speak to you, we are a mere moments away from Minecraft's next big announcement, and oh boy, it's spicy this time. It's throwing me all the way back to the Village and Pillage update. I still may not have a tinfoil hat skin created yet, but today, we strap that hat on tighter than ever before. Let's do this. Let's theorize. So it all began earlier this morning when Minecraft tweeted out, "Don't mind us, just trying to master using the new item." What? I swear, I feel like I was just talking about this on stream, that I feel like this Minecraft account on Twitter nowadays is kind of just like promoting different collabs and stuff, which sure, fine, valid, but like, I never thought it would actually be something spicy again. Now this image on its own is a little bit interesting, but hard to see. As always, when there's like a different image, my first take is to go to the photo analyzer 7000, throw it in here and enhance the image a little bit. As we start to enhance the coloration of this image, we can see more and more and more, and I can see at least 3 things inside of this picture, maybe 4, that are highly suspicious. So our first big takeaway from this image is that screen. On Java, if I go ahead and game over, it looks completely different. That means this image, whatever it means, is on Minecraft Bedrock. But no bad news for Minecraft Java gang. Judging how Mojang likes to do things recently, this feature, even if it did say come to Bedrock first, would be relatively shortly added to Minecraft Java 2. Now after that, I want to highlight some of the things that I think are a little bit weird. Thing number 1, obviously front and center, that strange block, that's very odd. Thing number 2, I want to highlight this thing. Whatever's going on with the plank situation, it's weird. It looks like something is sticking clean through this plank. I don't know how I almost missed that one. It's literally right in front of us, but Michael, thank you. The next thing that I noticed, like pretty much right away, is this weird thing at the top of the screen right over here. What is that? It almost looks like a stick, but it also looks like it has something on the top part of the stick. Like, I'm talking right there, it almost looks like a blade to an axe or something like that, and then a stick that is maybe like the handle. I'm not too sure. We'll circle it for now. Now, throughout the rest of this pile of items, we get little tiny bits of more items, like that one down there. No clue, it's not enough, though. And then over here, we've got a bow. We've got something. It almost looks like maybe a trial key to me. And then something else right there that I have no clue what it is. Over here in the top corner, this thing almost looks like a nether star to me, but that might be a little bit random, so I'm not too sure. So the first thing that I'd like to talk about a little bit more is the most obvious one. This big block thing right there. What is that? Like a true detective, my first thought is jump into game and look for an item that looks a little bit similar. Of course, the first thing that came to my mind that looks almost identical to that is the lodestone. However, if I drop it, even on Minecraft Bedrock, it looks like a small version of the block. That's just how it works. You pick up a block, it's like a miniature version of it when you drop it. Instead, we're looking at something that appears to be a little bit smaller, almost like a mob head or something, except problem. The mob head still has an insane amount of detail. But there is one item, one strangely, often forgotten item, that looks very similar. Ah, yes, the conduit, essentially the water beacon. The amount of pixels on this conduit and the amount of pixels on that weird image Minecraft tweeted out moments ago, that's the same. Or at least it looks pretty similar to be the same. Is this perhaps a brand new type of beacon? Knowing what we know about Minecraft 1.21 and the stated theme, tinkering, and combat, something like a beacon could fit into either category. If you want to go the combat route, maybe this could be a new thing that, like, you pop it down in your world and you have combat-specific bonus effects, like maybe increasing damage against specific types of mobs, say maybe undead mobs or whatever. The only problem with this is the current beacon kind of overlaps that big time with the whole resistance, strength, and regeneration stuff. Tinkering, I mean, gosh, I don't know. Check out this create mod video. Like, there's so much. There's literally so much that could be tinkering around. Sliding back over to this image, the next thing that I'd like to take a look at is this weird block right here. What in the world is going on? Obviously, we've got a plank there, but it looks like something is cutting through the plank. To me, it almost looks like a blade from like a stone cutter or something, at least with this like little bit down there. Problem here with this one, though, is of course the blade from the stone cutter is on the top of the item, which means if these two items were like mashed together floating, I mean, there's no reality where the blade is like sitting on the bottom of the plank block. For this one, because we have so little of it, it's so hard to tell what this thing actually is. It's definitely something weird though, or at least I'm pretty sure. Like, we've got emeralds in the front right there and there, but like, what is this other thing in the middle right there? Moving over, this next thing I'd like to talk about, the Nether Star. Or at least I'm calling it that, I don't know. I mean, hey, look, I get it wrong sometimes, maybe, but, like, I'm not going off of much here, but, like, it's a straight line, and when that, right, like, please, confirm what I'm saying. You see it too, right? Like, there's a straight line. No, I'm not cooked. The tinfoil hat is not too tight. Hey, anyways, tap like. I love these Siri things. This is, like, so fun to me. I could be a whole theorist as my profession, or maybe I kind of already am, but this one, very, very interesting. This other thing at the top of the screen, maybe almost just as interesting, if not more. That definitely looks like a brand new tool, weapon, or something, right? What in the world that thing could be, because we can't see much of it, I have no clue, but it seriously, to me, almost looks like an axe or something like that. If only we had more. And just like that, almost like we manifested it or something, new weapon vid V1, number 404 at. Our next piece of this puzzle today, you find it on Minecraft stuff, it gives us a little bit more. We're playing, chilling, Minecraft. You know how it goes, and then...
Yo, check the new weapon.
Dude, I'm recording.
Adidos, boy, it's your time to shine. Loop that last clip right there. When the dev walks in, presumably dev, and shows the phone, very strategically, that thumb is placed right over the middle of the screen, but there is enough to see what we can see. Very clearly, without a doubt, we've got a player standing there, a vault in the background, and it looks like we're inside of the trial chambers. And after that, it was time for me to go over to my lab. And by lab, I meant to go back into Minecraft and start running a couple experiments. My first take, my thought, was to try and recreate this scene. Exactly. With nothing short of the journalistic story of the century, the stakes were set real high. I needed to be very precise with the blocks that I was going to choose for this small recreation to solve the mystery at hand. You see, for this one, it's crucial that I get every aspect just right, or as close as possible. I'm sorry to let you down, but I took a little bit of a liberty with guesswork. I don't know what enchantment the diamond chestplate had, but the background, it sure looked a lot of something like this. Very clearly, the person in their hand is holding something, but it's completely blocked. So what is it? Now, obviously, I introed the whole video with it. New weapon video V1. This is a brand new weapon coming to Minecraft inside of the combat update. It fits and makes perfect. It's beautiful. And I think all of this ties together and is a big hint. For weeks now, ever since the vault was popped back into the game, the devs have stressed time and time again that the vault block, it doesn't have the final loot. Whatever's inside of the vault in between the eyes, you can see there, yeah, it doesn't even matter. Something different is coming. With the vault being in the background and a trial key being in the screenshot of the other picture, well, with all of that in mind, I think we're looking at, lads, finally, brand new trial chamber loot coming to the game, probably, hopefully soon. Back to this picture that we were checking out over here, the caption was trying to learn how to use the new item. They never said which one is the new item or if there's multiple ones here. No matter what, this is something new, and I think this is potentially something new as well. Going off of the information that we have a new weapon, it almost seems like this might be a weapon, and if that is the case, maybe this is something potentially related to the weapon. I have no clue what is in the middle of the plank block, but that's very weird too. It almost looks like it could be what's being held. So at the least, we get a brand new weapon. At the most, maybe there's a couple new things on the way too. No matter what angle you want to look at it here, one of my favorite theories comes from none other than the legendary Potato Man himself. So I'm not too sure, he may have retracted his theory, but I still think the theory is so interesting. Grappling hooks. I fall in love with those two words. Before we dive into this one, let's go back to this picture that we marked up like a million times and clear this off. Player fell from a high place. Whatever caused this accident to happen, it's due to the player falling when they were trying to use the new item coming to Minecraft. So the new weapon that's on the way, it didn't take the player out, but maybe they were trying to use the weapon. Or maybe we're talking about two separate things here. Taking a look at the trial chamber, specifically this chamber right here, this is the perfect opportunity for a grappling hook. Something like a fishing rod that you throw up, it catches onto a block and then kind of pulls you up. Let's say for this example, imagine the ender pearl is the grappling hook. Maybe you don't use it right, it hits the side of a block and then you just fall. But if you use it okay, well, I don't I don't know what happened there. If you were to use this allegedly new grappling hook weapon the right way, though, you would throw it and then you'd, like, be hit to the wall and then you would fall down and, like, land, you know? Like, not taking any fall damage or relatively minimal at all. With a lot of verticalness inside of the trial chambers and kind of what we have going on with movement already in the update, the wind charge, everything like that, it definitely feels like the grappling hook could be a great addition, a really good call for what could be coming to Minecraft 1.21 next. And it'd be a universally loved feature. I suppose my other guess, if we're going to talk about a new weapon, this item right here, it almost looks like it would maybe be like a projectile type thing, but I see that as unlikely because the wind charge, the breeze ball, is already a projectile inside of this update. How many are they going to add? Looking through their weapons that we have in the game right now, the only thing that I could think of for a new weapon based off of that square thing is maybe like a mace or something like that, but that doesn't explain why that thing is like a proper block model as well. That all leads me to believe that we're talking about taking a look at a couple different things with all of these teasers. So what do you think it all means? The final thing that I'd like to say here is I'm still really hoping for a revamped combat system inside of this update, because with that, the potential for more items is like basically limitless. Imagine different timings for weapons and reaches. You could still have like a shortened sword that goes like a little bit quicker. Maybe the axe is like slow but heavy hitting, or even almost like a two-handed sword or something really long that just swings really slow but packs a lot of damage. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's little fun theory, tap that like button, share your theory down below, and subscribe in case there's a new snapshot with a bunch of new stuff in it tomorrow. Little side note, there is a brand new Minecraft Bedrock update out right now. I have a whole video on it, made, finished. I was going to drop it today, but I decided to do this instead because I'm a little bit more excited about it. The update video, keep your eyes out for it. It'll come later this week. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching. It's me, Waddles. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.